They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Ball State Cardinals, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, Cardinals will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. The Buckeyes offense takes the field for the first time today. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns. He can take the top off of a defense. They're going to throw his way early and often in this game, David.
And I can tell you, he's going to take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. There's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Patel. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Rush is on him. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the closest. Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. The snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Cardinals send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Can they catch him? He almost broke that one. They finally get him stopped, but let's see if he had a little help. There's a penalty marker now. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Under fire. He's going to run it. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum. And this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Timeout called here by the defense is the first one they've used this half. To throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Rides the back on the option. The give. Turning it on. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give on the option. Finds a little space. There he goes. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
This is one way you can try to attack the perimeter of the field, right? Get the option play going. Quarterback has it, reads his key, pitches it out to his running back to see what he can go do in space.
And the Cardinals just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Hand off from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds his big tight end. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Power football with the run. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
To the air, it's Sayin. He wants to take the top off. A full dive to haul that one
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And the Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. Looking to throw again. The screen, he can go. Breaks into the open. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. The ball is out behind the...
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Non-native receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And down he goes back at the 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cardinals will call on their punt team. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a crease. It's Peoples. Past the 1st down marker and still running. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air, it's Sayin. The sweet feet buy a little time. Going right and going deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. And this one is perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Ball State takes over the football and the Cardinal offense headed out. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Grab near the marker is Patel. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I just love the job this offensive line is doing in this game, communicating pre-snap. They know where the pass rush is coming from, and they're
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2, taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Cardinals line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Going for it all. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true.
Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job on the defender.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll take it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gotten out everybody right now on the same page.
They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Makes the grab. It's Fleming. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Makes the grab. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. 2nd down coming up. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Get it out to the supersonic guy. There he goes. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick.
Touchdown, Ohio State! The offense cashing it in on that drive. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
There ain't no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route, great result because of it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Cardinals headed quickly to the line. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Snagged in the middle, it's Patel. And he's brought down after a nice gain. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Garcia. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Wants to fire on second down. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is in the air. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Coleman. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. Nice job to get down there and avoid the hit with the slide.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't...
He's got it, first down and more. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a group.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Remaining seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Give to the back. Running into the open space. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
And the Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2000...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Patel. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw him to him. He's going to be the primary target a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
Wants to throw again. They'll run the screen. He breaks a tackle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And it's no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away at. From the gun, the ground game. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 1st down and 10. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Rides the back and leaves it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Coleman. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Gives it on the option. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Fires to the tight end. Looking for room at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something.
Wide open spaces. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Once he got some room, it was over. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive.
It's picked off, and another empty drive.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Dropping back, it's Sayin. On target to the left. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
Well, this defense defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Running back searching for a hole. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Here's a heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Catches it at the 30. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. Turning it on. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
And now we see on 4th down, people are so comfortable going for it, especially around midfield like this. Find a play you know you like, short yardage situation, one you practiced all week. Go out, execute it. Nice job getting the 1st down.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week one sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off play action on first down. Looking left. And they can't make the connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down into the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Cardinals will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. And he probably should have left that one with the back as he is just smashed in the backfield. The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Handoff from the gun. Jumped on top of the pile.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that.
Breaks into the open. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Rides the back on the option to give. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if it...
Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Now, honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Going right to work up top. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Now the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking deep. Lays out and makes a sweet grab along the left sideline. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
A designed run for the quarterback. Oh, he's got some space. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't